One name synonymous with these explosions is ammunition land, that is, Amla in short. Located on the southernmost tip of Madhya Pradesh is a small village by the name Amla. This sleepy village of Amla is known for three things: the police station, the railway station, and of course the Air Force station. Historically, the region adjoining Amla has been a part of the Gondian Empire. It later became a part of Mughal Empire in the 18th century. After the fall of Mughal Empire, the state was ruled by the Marathas. In the famous Battle of Sitabaldi in the year 1818, the region was annexed to the British Empire. The huge banyan tree adjacent to the abandoned building here still reminds us of the bygone era. The British needed a safe and secure place to store the ammunitions. Amla was zeroed upon to establish an ammunition storage depot. Among other considerations that went into the selection was the natural vegetation cover around Amla, which provides a wonderful camouflage to the depot. More than average rainfall in the region acted as a natural safety for the chemical weapons that were stored here by the British. Located on the main railhead joining Nagpur and Bhopal, Amla was therefore a natural choice for establishing the ammunition depot. At the end of Second World War, the British Army handed over the depot to the Royal Indian Army. A plethora of chemical weapons continued to be stored in the depot during this period. However, there arose a requirement of destroying these dangerous stores, a job that could not be undertaken by the depot at Pulgaon alone. Air Force Station Amla was established as 9 XMU on 24th September 1953. Flight Lieutenant S.C. Malakar took over the command of the depot. He had a team of 2 officers, 4 SNCOs and 36 airmen with him. The chemical weapons were demolished and conventional weapons were brought in the depot. The administrative support was extended by Indian Army initially, while the op control of the depot was retained with Indian Air Force. Undeterred by the limited facilities available during this period, the morale of the air warriors continued to be high. Finally, on 1st October 1954, Amla Depot was put under the op, administration and functional control of Indian Air Force in entirety. Squadron leader J.S. Ahluwalia was the first station commander of the depot. He had a team of 9 officers and 118 other ranks under his command. The depot was entrusted with the responsibility of storage, inspection, and transportation of air armaments to various units of Indian Air Force. During this period, the depot was visited by many senior dignitaries. Notably among them were Air Vice Marshal Subrata Mukherjee, Air Commodore P.C. Lal, DFC, and the Prime Minister of India, Mrs. Indira Gandhi. After an assessment of inherent dangers of storage of ammunitions, No. 3 Air Force Hospital was established in 1956 at Amla towards disaster management. The depot was rechristened as 28 Equipment Depot in 1966. During this period, the depot undertook the task of re-exploding bombs and reigniting 68 mm rockets. Towards the end of this decade, the depot took on the responsibility of repair of Russian origin weapons and regeneration of silica gel. A demolition ground was also developed to undertake the task of demolition of life-expired bombs and unsafe stores. In 1972, a proof range was established for proof testing of air armament. In 1994, Khirki Proof Range was merged with 28 ED, making this depot the first of its kind in the country to test small arms and air armament. Today, 2 railway platforms located inside the depot handle transportation of more than 5,000 tons of ammunitions annually. Air-conditioned sheds have been constructed to store highly sophisticated missiles in the depot. 500 to 600 missiles are tested in the depot annually. The depot also undertakes demolition of more than 500 tons of life-expired explosives annually. The depot has immensely contributed in both Indo-China conflict in 1962 and Indo-Pak wars of 1965 and 1971. The depot supplied thousands of tons of ammunitions, which included bombs, rockets, and small arms to the frontline field units. Not to forget the repair of ammunitions, which was continuously undertaken at the depot during these wars. A Tetra school was established on 17th September 1990 in the depot to train the air warriors on handling of armament. In 2006, small arms section of the depot was relocated to 23 ED Avadi. Recently, the Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi, praised the depot on the successful conversion of life-expired R-73 missiles for training purposes. This unique chain of demolition and creation can be perceived naturally at Amla Depot. The nature has also been assisting the depot to be safe from the effects of this challenging job. A large number of flora and fauna are spread along the length and breadth of the depot. The depot is a home to animals like deer, pythons, wild boars, and monkeys. Rightly so, the pythons and varieties of snakes found here justify their claim over the depot, as much as we proudly claim. Nature has transformed the depot to a rich blend of greens and machines. Headquarter Maintenance Command exercises a direct control over this depot. Depot's contribution and role in the operations of Indian Air Force cannot be contested. 28 ED supplies air armament stores to the op bases and squadrons of Indian Air Force. Notable for development and storage of modern armament, importance of this depot has increased manyfold in the recent years. The depot remains committed to the service of the nation. The credit entirely goes to the officers, airmen, civilians, NCs and DSC personnel who have been a part of this depot and were instrumental in propelling the depot in its ascent. We assure all the veterans that we will take the depot forward and strive to reach even greater heights. We, the Air Warriors of 28 ED, Amla, resolve to continue sending lethal presents for the weapon platforms to be delivered most hatefully to the nation's enemies. This is not only our firm belief, but a promise as well. Jai Hind.